works. Come on, YouTube. Come on. Come on. Woman, this is not the time. There we go. Hello, everyone. Welcome to our Xbox Live game showcase for Halo Infinite. Myself and Venom here today. We might be joined by some special guests throughout. However, we're going to be reacting to Halo Infinite when hopefully it drops at the start of this game show, because if it drops at the end, this is going to be one tedious hour and a half, I'll tell you now, as I am not particularly into Forza and don't really want to see anything of that, but you're into it, aren't you?
I love Forza, yeah. I'm totally ready to see what they're going to bring out, because the last Forza was actually, well, the one before, Forza 7, that's the one I got, and it was a complete disaster when it came to PC, the one that I played it on. There was bugs, like the roads were disappearing. I remember that problem.
The roads were disappearing?
The roads were disappearing,
in a driving game?
In a driving game.
Jesus.
I was baffled. They kind of fixed it, but still, there's a few bugs and quirks that they have to fix. I'm happy to see if they make any improvements. That I'll be quite intrigued if they do anything good. But
that's a new one.
We're here for Halo.
Yes, we're here for Halo, not so much on Forza. But hello, everyone. I hope you're enjoying our little intro so far. We're going to be talking about Halo Infinite today. I know it's a bit of an impromptu stream. I'm a massive Halo fan. Ven's a massive Halo fan. We cannot wait to see the next generation of Halo. I see all my friends right now are streaming this across YouTube. I know Hidden Experience live, Halo Canon. I believe Ultimate Halo will be live later. Tons of people are out there chatting about Halo Infinite right now. There is about 60 Xbox game showcase streams. What the fuck's going on here? I don't know if I can show people this. In my screen here, why is there about 70 Xbox game showcases here? The fuck's going on? Also, Ultimate Halo live. Nice to see Fletcher not live. But as a channel, you should check out if you're looking for some more Halo goodness, by the way. Jack and his team of do fantastic. He's also called Jack as well, so yeah, they do fantastic work. But Venom, one thing you want for Halo Infinite? Tell me, one thing.
I want the classic plasma pistol sound back. I want it so bad.
Okay, that's pretty much. I mean, I already put my thing on Twitter. I said if they kill off the Infinity or Lasky, I'm gonna buy it.
Because, I would riot too as well.
No, it's just can't do that. Also, my Windows thing's come back up. So there we go.
Like honestly, for me, it was when I started Halo. The thing that got me in Halo was when I walked out in Combat Evolved and I saw the Halo for the first time. That's what got me. And then I picked up the alien weapons, and the sounds they made were just so nostalgic for me. And I was like, you know what? This is it. This is my franchise. I love this forever.
I love it.
And then when 343 changed it, I was like, my babies!
What have you done?
Look how they massacred my boy.
What have they done?
Although, granted, 343 did a really good job on the assault rifle. I really like the sound of that, though, actually.
Didn't they really do the battle rifle quite well as well?
The battle rifle in Halo 4, I loved. Halo 5, it sounded a bit different. It didn't sound as, like, technologically punchy. Like, in Halo 4, didn't it have, like, some sort of technological, like, whiz to it, almost?
I honestly can't remember off the top of my head. I wasn't... Yeah, I got Halo 4 in 2012 it came out, wasn't it? 2012. Yeah, it was. And like that was probably one of the first Xbox 360 games I got, because I was quite late to the 360. So yeah, I didn't really pay much detailed attention. And I'm waiting for 4 to come out on MCC on PC so I can appreciate how good it looks in 4K, because I think 4 is obviously one of the best looking games because it's quite modern, and I really like the 4 aesthetic and art style. I obviously prefer the classical art style. However, I really like the 4 designs. I think it's going to look beautiful in 4K because 3 looks beautiful.
4 really put like a lot of technological bounds. I remember playing
I think it pushed to 360 so it's like
it really pushed to 360, because when you crash land in Halo 4 after like getting off the Dawn, that scene where you like see the open fields before you see all like those pillars, there was such a huge FPS drop there on my 360. I was like, what in God's name's going on here? That's how much they're pushing the technology. And I was impressed, and I think that might have also played a part as why people didn't like visuals of Halo 5. Oh no, someone's saying I'm out of hydrogen already. The comments.
It's only a matter of time.
Yeah, isn't it always? But yeah, there was such a difference in the visuals from Halo 4, which looked fantastic. They were pushing a lot of what they could do. And then Halo 5, they kind of dropped it at 60 FPS. And like, it was a change I was not expecting and I didn't want. So I hope with this new technology, they definitely should be able to push the boundaries yet again. And I can't wait to see what they do. Visual-wise in the new
the trailers alone. I mean, VR, I've currently got my PC wallpaper set to the main cover art. And it's beautiful. Like fantastic. So I had because obviously I use a Mac for work as well. So I've had the background screen set to the Halo one from the first trailer for a while now, because on the Retina screen that just looks beautiful. And I had to have this. So yeah, massive Halo hype right now. Yeah,
the cover art really makes me interested about the story, because it looks like they are tying in the Halo Wars 2 Halo ring that was launched But it's really
Well,
interesting.
no, because the discussion is, I'm glad we got into this, because me and Leo were discussing this last night. The ring he's on is supposedly meant to be Delta Halo, I thought was said, which was, it's not the one we have from Halo Wars 2. Because Halo Wars 2 is Installation 09, which is a replacement for 4. Obviously, 4 was destroyed in CE by Chief and Cortana with the Pillar of Autumn. The replacement was then destroyed at the Ark when he blew it up again to stop the flood. And then Installation 09 was the replacement for the Ark one. Finally, the Ark had finished building it. Because remember in Halo 3, they launched a ring and it wasn't complete in time, and Guilty Spark was like, no, this is my ring, what are you doing?
Yeah.
And it all went tits up.
Because in the cover art, you see a lot of parts are segmented. Like, if you look to the right of Chief's arm, there's a huge part which I was like, okay, is that like a lake and then there's like buildings? No, that's actually the segments.
And you
like,
see it in the Discover Hope trailer as well, and the fact it's like shattered. You know, because they show the rings like destroyed almost after a battle. All I was discussing with Leo yesterday, we were discussing where Halo Infinite takes place in the timeline. Off the top of my head, I believe it takes place in 2560, which is about, obviously, just roughly 1 year after Halo 5's ending, which is 2558 in November. That's when Earth got EMP'd. Halo Wars 2 took place in 2559 in March, and took place up until June, when all their campaigns had finished. Anders left for the Sol system in April, I believe. She left on the ring. So therefore, Infinite supposedly is meant to take place in 2560, because the latest Halo book, which is called Shadows of Reach, which features Blue Team, that's Chief's team, returning to Reach's castle base to recover artifacts, that is taking place in October 2558. So therefore, the game has to take place after that, which would make sense for 2560. Sorry for those of us confused in the chat with the nerd talk. We're predating it here. Thank you to Demon Knight for your donation, Venom, I'm out of hydrogen. If you actually donate above £10, I believe it does actually save it. I can't remember off the top of my head. I'm not trying to get donations.
No.
It's just.
Did you fix the volume issue with that?
No, I think the volume's still fucked, to be honest. So someone might tempt fate later. So 2560 is where it's meant to take place. You were saying?
Christopher Stevens says if you zoom in on Master Chief's visor on the new cover art, you can see Atriox in his line of sight. I did not look at what was in his visor.
I'm not sure whether it's Atriox. I believe a lot of people saying it's basically a brute or a banished brute. But a lot of people haven't said it's Atriox. I've seen a lot of people saying it's a banished brute because you can see the spiker in it.
I never even looked in the visor, to be honest, but I like how they're bringing a reference back to, remember in Halo 2, the cover art, they always had Master Chief's visor showing something after that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I like how they're bringing that tie-in back again, because I don't think they did that for Halo 4 or 5, where they showed something about the plot in the visor, which I always thought was a cool little addition that
So obviously
Bungie
the big
did.
running joke is the fact, everything's been revealed through Mega Blocks and toys, etc. So one toy was revealed which showed a brute, looked like the brute from Reach where he can jump around, etc. I think it's Reach. And he has his grav hammer, and this is a banished version. That's what it looks like in the reflection of Chief's helmet. So yeah.
It's going to be really interesting to see how they introduce the Banish in this.
Yes, I mean, I hope it ties in with Halo Wars 2. I mean,
I don't see how they couldn't, because
the ending of Halo Wars 2 blatantly said it was going to tie in with what's coming next. The fact she meets a Guardian on the ring. I just hope they do. One thing for me it's going to really piss me off is obviously I know a lot of people weren't a fan of 5, which is completely fine. However, don't kill off those characters just because people didn't like them. Let them have meaningful deaths, that makes sense. Because obviously you may have saw a month or two back when more toys were revealed. Apparently a brute was had Locke's helmet on his pauldron, almost like a war trophy. Kind of like what Aatrox did have dubbed his helmet where he took it. So a lot of people saying, oh, is Locke killed off? Don't kill him off before the game, because I feel that's a bit underhand of a character. Or at least make it meaningful. Don't say, oh yeah, he died 5 minutes ago. But sorry, we couldn't show you.
I am not the biggest fan of Halo 5 at all. I really did not like it. But I really like it when you can actually revive a character to redeem them, because so many character arcs are the best because they were redeemed over time. I remember Ahsoka, for instance. Remember, she wasn't really like that much. I didn't like her when I first saw her. I was like, Anakin has a Padawan? What? But after a while, she's become my favorite
most
Star Wars
iconic character. Yeah.
Exactly.
It happens with a lot of stuff.
All you have to do is just trudge through the story and make the person actually build up their experience, and that's what they need to do with these characters, which they didn't really do in Halo 5. They were like, hey, here's a really good team.
I think it's also because they didn't have time to do it in a way. To build a team you could the only person I really liked in 5 was Buck, because we already knew him. We knew him from Reach and also his own ODST game. So therefore you could relate to him more. But oh, we're Locke, we're Spartan Osiris, look at us, how great we are. It's like, piss off. We don't care.
If the thing was, Halo 5 was actually supposed to be a lot longer as well, because they had so many concepts for Halo 5, but they'd never really panned out. So I feel like a lot of that was also to blame for the really weird feeling of a Osiris team.
If anything, it would have been great to have almost like something like Spartan Ops for Osiris. You know, like
really
a mini
cool,
adventure or something like that. I guess you couldn't really bolt that onto 4 at the time. I mean, I guess you could
Imagine
have
if they
done,
did a demo. What if they did a demo
where you play
like,
as
for Halo 5
Osiris.
where you play as Osiris and show them like a little backstory?
I mean,
That would've
hell,
been
even
pretty
like
good.
an hour's cinematics. I know, obviously, Spartan Ops, it's like 10-minute episodes, builds it to, I think, 55 minutes. Which I still swear that Spartan Ops was like a really cool adventure. I loved it. So I'm like, you know, we could totally do something like that. You know, for
Plus, I
Osiris.
could see my character. I was like, look, it's me.
Well, I got a friend at me, and I'm introducing him to the Halo universe. So I'm walking
really?
him through all the epic scenes. We've been through my favorite Halo Wars one, so I was showing him Spartan Ops as well. And I'm like, this is the best one when Infinity's like, let's get the hell out of here. You know, it just kicks the thing out the side and fucks off in slip space as Requiem explodes. So I'm like, that's one of my favorite scenes from Halo as well. That and Spirit of Fire going through the Dyson Sphere when it comes out. It's like hard starboard as it rams the destroyer. Or, yeah, it was a destroyer. I can't remember the class name.
It was something small enough to be
It was
breakable.
it was the destroyer they rammed. Well, then they collided with it basically. So yeah, but yeah, I'm really excited for Halo Infinite. Like the classic art style, the fact that's back as well. Ooh, I just hope they don't retcon stuff. That's the worst one it's going to be. They're going to have to do some stuff, but I hope it's like, oh yeah, they're created, yeah, they're not a thing anymore. It's like, well, they still need to be a thing, and we still need to defeat them. Let's not just, you know, calm it down.
I think there's a few things that they could retcon, like definitely, oh man, what was even that guy's name? The Guardian who always popped up. Warden Eternal. Oh my god, please.
He was good for the first time he appeared up. After I was like, would you piss off
like,
already?
Holy crap, you're big. Yeah, 50th, like, I'm facing him. It's like, oh, it's you. How have you been? I've been really great, you being dead. You know, after you murdered me for the 400th time.
Yeah. It's like, we get it, bro. It was a Corvette. No, I don't think the one in Wars was a Corvette. That was a destroyer. The one with the pencil, like spikes on the back, that was a destroyer. The Corvette is the one you shoot down in Reach. That's an STV Corvette.
Mm-hmm.
That's the one you bomb the supercarrier with.
Oh wait, no, wasn't the one on Reach that you destroy a cruiser?
I'm gonna have to double check.
I remember Keys saying, hit that cruiser or something.
STV class. No, that was a Corvette. The one above Reach
Okay.
is a Corvette which you shoot down. Yeah, and then it's also used there. What was the one I'm thinking of? Destroyer.
PK Roscoe. Is that Porco Roscoe? Is that a tie into that? He says no to me, Senpai Jack.
I'm thinking of the CPV class Heavy Destroyer. That was the one that crashed. Basically, I'm a big fan of the Sins of the Prophets game, which you know is the thing for Sins of the Solar Empire. So I'm like, I'm really into the ship class at the minute. There's also, I don't know, I need to send you this later, remind me, because I've been seeing this on Twitter. There is this fantastic guy who is making like props for Halo at the minute, and he's made like a prop of a Paris class frigate for UNSC. Now I think you can buy a Dark Horse model there, but it's kind of like shit. However, he's made it like, I think 19 inches long or something like that. It's really impressive.
That's a big boy.
I was going to ask him if he wanted to make me a Daedalus.
Oh, that'd be really cool.
I asked Leo if he wanted to come along at like 1:15. He's like, oh no, I'm showering. I'm like, okay, well join us at 1:45. It's in 20 minutes. So I sat that at 16:26. I'm like, it'll be like half an hour. Come to it, it'll be fun. He's like, I told you I'm showering. I'm like, what, still? Who takes showers for this long?
Hey man, sometimes we just like to sit there with our thoughts and just think, is now a good time to get out of the shower? Nah, still warm.
Half an hour?
Hey,
Jesus.
sometimes you stay in the shower until the water runs out.
I'm glad I'm on a fixed water rate, Christ. If I did that, I'd have my water bill for the roof.
The luxuries of first world. Showering.
No, right. Chat, tell us what you think of Halo Infinite and, well, what you think so far and if you're excited for it.
And I'm gonna refill on water. Here we go.
Hello there.
Okay, so you got 6 minutes.
I spilled some water.
Nice one, numbnuts. But everyone's asking Jack questions like 20 times over. I am watching the chat, by the way. We were just having an in-depth and very heavy lore discussion about Halo. While
Okay,
I
we
read,
wanted to get our thoughts out.
Jack is a destroyer. Yeah, it's a CPV class destroyer. It's a DDS. I don't think it's a DDS. It's a CPV. It's one of the glassing ships. Yeah, you see it in the opening of Halo as well, or Halo Wars. You see two Corvettes. One of them is blown up by a Max Strike. The second is, yeah, that's in Reach. I was talking about Halo Wars, the one where Spirit of Fire rams the destroyer, which was the Prophet ship, I believe. Prophet of Regret. So yeah. So where the Arb's like, get the Prophet back to high charity. I'm really pissy.
Whoop. Close my door. Hey. All right. Let's see. What other comments?
I'm interested where the story goes. I just hope the Arbiter comes back. Oh, that's a good thing to take into account, because the ending of Halo 5 shows the Arbiter's still kicking about. and he's got his like gold sword of destiny, which is really fun. I hope he's in it. Oh, we've not revealed any of the cast yet for this game. Obviously, we know Steve Downs and what's her name again? I forget the name of who plays Cortana.
I can't remember either.
You know what I mean? We obviously know Chief and Cortana as the two characters. We know the pilot's in it. That's about it so far. We don't really know anybody else who's in it. I believe it was hinted that the voice actor for Roland is in it, which would be a giveaway if Infinity's in there. But other than that, nothing. We do not know anything about who's in this game, which is a little bit like I was hoping leaks would come out now. We get more leaks of Star Trek for Christ's sakes. But hey, here we are.
We get what we get, unfortunately.
Exactly. I'm just looking at tweets at the minute. Tons of people are excited for this. I should have worn like a better shirt, which is Xbox related, but I don't have one.
Actually, yeah, I sold my Xbox One. Honestly, I'm just gonna get Halo on a PC.
Yeah, I'm gonna get on PC as well. Hey Jack, do you think TSFs would fit into? I don't know what that is. Banished Vehicles. Yes, Banished Vehicles. I love the Banished aesthetic. I think it's gonna look great.
It looks so good. It's nice and spiky. It looks very like brutish. It's just perfectly ties in with the feel of the brutes.
I really want Chief going up against a Banished Scarab because those things were fantastic to play in Halo Wars.
Mm-hmm.
Is there an age limit for your Starbase faction? Yeah, I believe it's 16 or 18 plus limit. Check via Discord. You can message one of the admins there and ask because I can't remember off the top of my head. If the Arbiter isn't in, I'm going to be pissed. Likewise, yeah, they've got a challenging thing ahead because if you think about it, if we are taking in effect Halo Wars 2 and also the Halo units currently, that is a lot of characters to play with in this game. But we don't know how they're doing this. There's been a lot of rumors suggesting this will be an open world game, so you'll travel around to places, etc. So it's like you could fit a lot of characters in if it's open world. If it's linear to where, you're going to go from point A to point B as in for traditional Halo games, then I think it's going to be hard to fit all these characters in.
I think it's still possible that they could do a linear way of gameplay, but still have like a central hub where you can still do missions.
Infinity.
So I think what they're going to do is Infinity, is going to be the hub because they're on the run, and Chief's team is probably going to meet up with Spirit of the Fire, and then the central hub is going to be like 2 ships, and then the Spirit of Fire is going to say, "Hey, we saw a Halo go this way."
So this time last year, me, Ultimate Halo and Hidden Experience sat down to do a podcast. We never released it because I think our files fucked up. And for about an hour, you can just hear me going, Infinity, Infinity, Infinity. Yes. Because I think Infinity working as a base moving around, taking you to a Halo ring, taking you back to Earth to liberate it, taking you to meet the Ark, to meet Spirit of Fire, would be fantastic. We get more Roland, Lasky, I'm a happy boy, ta-da. Can I make a video request? You can via the Discord server. I will probably lose it in the chat. Oh, give me Arbiter Halo 2 Anniversary armor. I like his armor in Halo 5, to be honest. It's very elite, I'd say. Not elite as in, yeah.
It looked really interesting. It did have like, it felt like an old, like, custom sort of religious kind of clothing, more than the actual just blank armor that looked in Halo 3. In Halo 3, it still looked cool, but in Halo 5, they made it more accentuated, and it was like, it felt like something historical, like it was supposed to be, which I liked.
So here's a quick one for you. Multiplayer. How do we feel about that currently? Because obviously my multiplayer, I'm quite more into the lore for Halo, I'd say. However, out of the multiplayer stuff I've enjoyed, I really enjoyed 4's multiplayer. Because that came out when I was getting into it. So therefore, I didn't really have time to get into the classic Halo at that point. Because the phase of getting into it had passed, if that made sense. So therefore, you couldn't just jump in. You could jump in and play it, but to like properly play it and do the customization and do the progression kind of passed after a while. And I got into 5 as well. I found 5 all right. I loved Warzone because I could dick around in it and like have tanks and vehicles and just fuck around. The general multiplayer wasn't as fun in general, I find. That's, a bit of a pain.
So for me, the multiplayer, I've been multiplayer all my life since CE. I remember playing in maps alone by myself just to explore them back on the original Xbox. So what they have to do, they said this, they're trying to get back to the core roots of the multiplayer, which is, in my opinion, basically 2 teams. Obviously, you start off with the same weapons, and you have to sprint for the objectives. You have to control the field, control the weapons, hello there.
Oh, hello, Leo.
You have to control all the good things.
Hello, Kraz. How are you?
I'm good. I completely skipped the wax.
Fair enough. Well, you're not on screen anyway. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Kraz has joined us for the stream. We are live, by the way, in case you didn't know.
Oh, shit. I didn't know you were live.
I said, do you want to come and join a live stream? We've already started.
No, you didn't. You said I have 6 minutes.
No, I said I was starting at 4:30. And I said, do you want to join me in Venom? I then said you got 6 minutes to meet the reveal, so...
You would think the head admin would have noticed the announcements on
Don't
the Discord.
stop,
Who's
don't
head
stop.
admin?
I saw that, but I thought he was in the countdown thing. So
No.
where are we watching this?
Go to Twitch-Xbox, I believe it is, and you'll be able to watch it.
Have they started yet?
We're on a 6-minute countdown. We believe it's going to
you
be.
meant 6 minutes further.
Yeah, we believe it's going to be like the most opening thing straight away. It's going to be the opening thing for us. So.
Yeah, right now they're only showing a few like indie games. They showed Hello Neighbor 2. I've never played the first.
Well, they're doing
but...
the pre-show at the minute on some. Is it Jeff Thingy's doing it? I forget his name. No, Jeff Knightley, isn't it?
Oh my God, it's what's his nuts? Game Theory guy.
Yeah, they had Game Grumps on there a minute ago.
Who am I watching?
Well, the Xbox Game Showcase, the actual channel isn't doing a pre-show at the minute. Because as much as I like Jeff Knightley, I wasn't really interested in the other stuff. So.
What's the channel?
/Xbox, I think it is.
/Xbox?
Yeah, just type in Xbox. It's like the biggest.
I typed in Halo.
Just type in Xbox, and it's literally the first suggestion: Xbox Game Showcase 2020.
Okay, 5:30. Does it say 5:26?
Yes.
25.
Yeah.
Okay. Jesus.
Hey Jack, if you're a captain, does that mean you used to be a private? No, that's not how the ranks work. What do you think about the Mantis, Jack? I liked the Mantis in 4. Did we get it in 5? Did Mantis have it in 5?
We did actually, yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Here's the thing, it was dropped in an area where you could barely see it, and a lot of people actually missed it. I almost missed it, but I was like...
Oh yeah, you get it. Do you get it in the campaign at one point?
Yeah, you get it in the campaign and the Sang Healy Temple or something.
Oh,
we don't fight one, though. We never fight one.
No, we never fight one.
That's because we play as the UNSC.
Ours.
Yeah, but we could fight one.
You fight it in Warzone.
Imagine if you actually faced like a team.
Oh yeah, you do in Warzone.
Hunting Chief. Ah, the plots that could have happened with Halo
5 minutes
My
till
heart.
drop, everyone. Okay, Leo, I asked Venomous, but for Halo Infinite, what is one feature or thing you want in the game?
I want to fly a pelican.
You can.
Pelican!
Pelican!
Happy you brought us back.
Yep, it's the stream team, isn't it? Can I just say, if they don't reveal this at the start, I'm fucked because I'm doing another stream in about, just over an hour for Star Trek's Comic-Con content.
Oh no.
Fuck.
That's an hour.
That's
You're
really
fine.
timing it tightly.
Yeah, it
an
is.
hour, that's fine.
So if they don't reveal this at the start, I'm fucked.
Imagine them starting with like some other game. Hey guys, we're here with Recore 2. No!
It's Skate 4! Boo! I'm not a fan of it. I really couldn't care.
I used to play Tony Hawk Pro Skater 4 on cousin's Xbox. That was fun. That's the last skateboarding game I think I played.
Good for you.
But yeah, back to the topic we were talking about a while ago, though, the multiplayer. So just to run it down short, they really got to get back to the core basics. And I heard that they're actually adding like a classic mode or something to the multiplayer, which will just strictly go back to the basics, like I was saying.
Okay, here's one, Venom. I've got a question or make or break this
sure.
conversation. Sprint, yes or no?
Ability mode.
Okay, so like Reach then.
Have it as an ability and you can only use it very shortly.
I'm on the
Even in
fence
Reach, it felt like
personally.
it was a little too-
I mean, I find that in modern day shooters, people just want sprint.
Yeah,
Because
people want
that's the norm.
sprint. But the thing is, the balance of what made Halo great was that you had to make sure that if you're going in and you can't back out instantly. You're going to be able to hit everything instantly. That's the thing about sprint, where I can accept it if you're trying to do it in short bursts, but for long sprinting, like getting away from a battlefield, it kind of takes away the balance of the danger factor and the survivability, because you usually run in and you're like, okay, I'm going to shoot up the place and then sprint right out and I'll make it. There's no real danger really, and it makes it just really annoying when someone keeps getting away, so it doesn't make the experience really enjoyable. Whereas when you go in, you know, oh, this guy's here for sure and we're going to brawl it out to the best of our ability.
Oh yeah.
And swords, like man, sprint with swords and hammers. Oh my god,
That's the Venom's idea of it. My idea is, he's wearing a lot of armor. He can't run.
Well, here's the thing: the armor is mechanically moving and.
Okay, actually, just change it. We've got 2 minutes to go. Have you seen he's got a grappling hook now?
Yeah.
How does that work? I'm okay with it, but as I just discussed with Leo last night, how much does he weigh? What the fuck is this grappling hook made out of?
That's got to be made out of like vibranium rope.
Bloody titanium steel or something. It's like, yeah, the made-uppy stand crap.
They're probably just going to forerunner it. They're going to be like, oh, what's that word called again? Where they just like retcon something in, like, it works because it works.
So a couple of comments before we do go. We've got 1 minute 30 to starting the Xbox Game Showcase. People saying, wait a second, would Halo Infinite be in the MCC? Probably not right now or for the next 5 years. Someone else says, watch Halo Infinite just be a Halo 3 remaster. I'm fine with that, to be honest. If Halo 3 was in Halo 2 graphics, I'm fine, but no, we want a new game. This is the next generation for Halo. 117 has appeared on the screen there. This is going to be great. Hopefully it doesn't let us down. If not, we're going to be crying for the next millennium. But other than that, it's gonna be good.
That's going to be bad if they fuck
Captain
it
Jack,
up.
speaking of Halo, how long did you survive for the end of Reach? We played it collectively together and died within like 5 minutes, I think. Cause we
No,
weren't enough
I
at that point.
survived.
Thank you for sharing it. We had like just enough of it at that point. You didn't survive that long.
I survived longer than you two. I think.
Did you try
5
surviving on Legendary?
No. Jesus.
Oh my god, Legendary is a good test. Believe me, I was plasma pistoling for at least 7 minutes before I got cornered.
T-minus 40 seconds.
By any chance, Venom, are you hyped for this? Because I can hear it in your voice.
Oh, I'm
Super,
hyped.
super hyped. Dude, Halo is my main franchise. Second is Half-Life, and then third is I don't know.
Fallout. Actually, Fallout kind of died after some.
Okay, I actually never could get into Fallout. That's my one thing.
You
that
should play
people
Fallout
don't
4.
for. That's
Fallout
the
4
thing. I
Vanilla.
T-minus
tried
20
Fallout 4
seconds.
at my friend's house, and I was just like, eh.
Right, gents, here we go.
Someone start playing the guitar
5,
solo.
4, 3, 2,
The
1.
stream's like 20
Stream
seconds
dies.
behind.
Meh.
Is this going to be the trailer right away or?
Come on, come on, come on.
18?
Oh, yeah. Seems to be a trailer.
Can't wait to get copyright for this.
About to say.
If I don't hear the words world premiere at least 3 times, I'm going to cry.
At least 3 times.
World premiere.
Oh no, a countdown to a countdown.
Does that say you and a C on the side? Shh.
Hello.
Those are speakers.
The Mjolnir exosuit is now complete. Even though this technology will save humanity in the war to come, I must remind myself. Liquid crystal cannot rise on its own. Titanium alloy cannot prevail in the face of extinction. Armor cannot hope.
Why is all the Asian?
Shush.
Is that a peace symbol?
It all means nothing. Until you step inside.
Become MCC. Now available. I think part of me's just died. Is that a demo?
Oh!
Am I
Are those
dead
birds?
already? I must be. I mean, this is a punishment, right?
There's our first lore part.
Yep, this is death.
No way.
Banished AA turret.
No! No, 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 no!
Yeah, it is.
This isn't happening. I'm going to have to make an emergency landing.
Again?
Crash Unity ship. That definitely is, but
That definitely is. Hey, the pilot didn't die for once.
yeah, as track records go.
Yeah.
No. Get
Pelican!
I can't stand this. Who you are?
Breathe.
No. You don't get to tell me what to do. You don't get to tell me anything. We're... Are you even listening?
I count 3 anti-aircraft cannons.
3 what?
You'll be safe here.
Oh, I'll be safe. Safe? I haven't been safe since I found you. I found you, remember? You were out there on your own, and you'd still be out there if it wasn't for me. I thought I was going home.
There won't be a home if we don't stop the Banished.
You keep saying that. We're outgunned, outnumbered. I know I saw condors over there. I'm going to dig through them and find one with the working sleep space drive. And when you're done with this war, we'll get away from here. Far away.
Wait here.
Oh, please. Let me see what I can find.
Cannons first.
Halo
When I
Reach
get
gun.
back, we can look
Best
together.
design.
My heart.
Okay, big guy.
We're outgunned. Where's Infinity? Ooh, the hut.
Oh,
The objectives.
the radar.
That's Halo 5 says.
Oh.
Look at the assault rifle though.
Is that a
It's the
class
Reach
ship?
one. Yeah.
What is
it
that
is.
class? Banished Phantom?
No. Oh yeah, that
That
is.
looks like an upgraded one.
It has extra wings on the sides.
Hello, baby. That is not a nice engine sound.
That's the Halo 5 Warthog as well.
I thought it'd go for the Wars. I don't know if it was the same with Wars as well.
Yeah, but Wars was just small.
Yeah, but Wars did for more classical. Ooh. Hello.
Hello there.
It's a nice map.
That is a very nice map, almost open world.
Gun
but
bash
It's
in
almost
West.
like we can traverse everything.
Yeah.
Saucy.
It's that open world I smell.
Nah.
It kind of reminds me of Timberwood from Combat Evolved.
Warthog theme.
Hey, where's the music? Maybe it's not done for copyright. It could be a thing.
See, they don't add the music because they already know you're doing it in your head.
Yeah.
Screaming it. As you're running through all this. Da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da-da.
That's a classic Elite right there.
Yeah. So they changed armor, but they're keeping a lot of Halo 5 elements.
What gun is
in
that?
Halo
It's
4
not
as
the
well.
sword,
That's
is
a
it?
new one.
Is that a baby saw?
Maybe.
Baby saw. Whoa!
Nice of you to drop in.
Your skills are really good. I gotta stick it to you.
I wonder.
If you do the victory dance after.
I wonder how
Oh,
much
yeah.
the poor bloke who, or lady who's playing this has had to play this.
They brought back the Halo 3
Yeah.
wall shield. That's it. Oh, yeah.
Is that sticky?
That's the Halo 3 one.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, because it sort of protects you.
Can we end this
that's the
trailer
grappling hook.
with just Infinity coming out of nowhere, or Spirit of Fire? Can you just throw me a bone, please? Come on.
Please,
That's Halo
Infinity.
2.
I will cry.
We have to see Infinity at least.
Oh, beautiful.
Oh, there's a little pop in there with the fog I saw in the back.
There's that structure in the background.
Yeah.
We need
Here's
a
the
Spirit
chopping.
of Fire.
Don't forget,
and
this is still
Infinity
listed
Battle.
as a demo, so.
Things are.
Thank you for the
probably gonna
Wolverine
change.
singing. That's
Look at
what
that
was
ring,
really
though.
needed.
I want an SOF and Infinity space battle against the Covenant fleet. Or Banished.
Contact.
The polys don't feel finished on that just yet.
No, what is that?
That's a banished spiker, is it? Or something.
Jesus Christ.
That's sort of like a battle rifle without a scope?
It also has the knife part from
Yeah.
the Brute's gun.
Yeah, it's a boot. It's almost like the boot thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, so my
they
one
said-
question so far is at the intro thing there. He says to the captain, or the pilot, sorry, the banished, you know, there won't be a home left to put it stop the banished. So are they the enemy now, or is the created wiped off? How you
I
feel like
think
in
the Banished
context?
has tried to gang the Halo rings and they're going to try activating them.
That would make
but
sense
they're-
if they controlled the arc, but obviously, what happened to Spirit of Fire? Ooh,
Oh, you can
grappling.
grapple anything. So there's no like specific grapple points you need to access to use it then. So
Oh, I
it's
saw that.
anything really, which is pretty cool.
Doesn't Uncharted do something like that?
I think so.
Oh!
Oh, ooh. That is a classic turret as well. That is a classic turret.
Yep.
It's almost like you're watching Doom gameplay.
Yeah, literally, they've doomed this a lot. I'm noticing though, some of the actual enemies aren't banished, or don't have banished monsters.
Yeah. Well, don't forget the elites weren't banished. Well, they were technically part of the banished, but they retained through an armor.
Come on, is that an auto shotgun?
Looks like it.
Yeah.
As for the expert of shotguns, not a fan.
Yeah.
I like me classic. I know what the ladies know. Look, the ring's broken in the background.
Yep.
Maybe there was a battle with them. Let's see.
I just want to see the fire in Infinity against an enemy fleet. That's what I want to see, both of them together.
Can we watch this for like an
Shield
hour? Oh, a map.
We're gonna watch this so many times.
I'm going to watch this
we?
like 60 times.
Are we gonna drive that?
Alright, where's Isabel?
Uh-oh.
The UNSC lost this war months ago. Your people are broken, scattered, hunted, defeated by me.
Is that Atriox?
No, it's
I
older.
wish I could tell you it was difficult, but it wasn't. We are one step
Infinity, they get it.
Always.
Oh.
The ring is already
Yeah,
under our
multiple.
control. Soon,
Oh.
the auditorium as well. The Harbinger and the Banished share the same goal.
Harbinger.
We fight
Cortana?
together to honor the will of Atriox. But without challenge, I grew weary, lost, alone. But here you now stand. This is my last fight. A true test of legends. Our story will outlive us both. Set a fire in your heart, Spartan. Bare your fangs. Fight hard.
Why doesn't he blink?
Die well.
Still needs blink.
There's a lot to take in from that.
Holiday 2020. There we go. So we're still on track.
Please don't tell me the Infinity's dead. Please don't tell me.
Well, it
the
said
Infinity's
deceased there.
dead. Yeah, I think that was crew members,
Yeah, it said multiple signal. Hello.
because they all had different series tags.
We hope you enjoyed your first look at Halo Infinite's campaign.
What is this?
I'm incredibly
Lee.
proud of the team at 343, and we're thrilled to share a hint of the epic battles that await you on the next chapter of Master Chief's journey. This is the most ambitious campaign we've ever created at 343. For the first time, players will have the freedom to explore a mysterious new Halo ring that's several times larger than our last two Halo games combined. Halo Infinite has
I
been
knew
built
it.
from the ground up to take full advantage of Xbox Series X. Bigger battles, epic vistas, more complex visual effects, displayed with 10 times the processing power per pixel of Halo 5. This will be running at a flawless 60 frames per second and will allow us to bring the Halo ring to life in ways that have never been possible.
Oh, so they kept the 60 FPS.
We look forward to sharing even more about Halo Infinite in the coming months, including the first look at multiplayer. And now, please enjoy a glimpse of what others in the Xbox Game Studios family have been working on.
Well, that's probably it for Halo Infinite today.
World premiere.
Hey, there we go. I'll show myself
World
out.
premiere.
What's this game, Shine?
Senu? No, that's.
Shot crossbow.
Don't tell me this is PUBG.
I doubt it. PUBG's been dead for a while.
That's definitely not PUBG.
No, it's Game of Thrones. Okay, she's pretty pissed. You should try that with like people out on the street sometimes, it works.
And then you get shown on YouTube.
Is there like character named Karen by any chance?
I was about to say the words right out of my mouth.
Well, bollocks to that. Let's discuss Halo Infinite. So, what do we like from that then?
All of
Alright,
it?
so The shield noise, beautiful. The Covenant weapons, they still sounded like they were from the 343 style, so I'm a little disappointed on that. It does seem interesting that it seems they're going to make the Halo ring the hub for the most part.
So where the frig
Is Infinity?
is my friggin' Infinity?
And the Spirit of Fire. But actually, Jack, because you knew the date for when Halo 5 ended, like when they got EMP'd by the Guardians and all that.
Yeah.
And the date they just put in, is that actually 167 days after?
Yes. So basically, you could run a. I don't have time to do it while I'm on stream right now. However, you basically could do 167 days. So after we lost essentially. So it was 365 days in a year. So the Battle of Earth was in November, roughly 2558. That's when the segregation of Earth happened. However, if this is set in 2560, well, that's more than 167 days. So the battle where they lost must have taken place beforehand.
About 5.5 months is 167 days.
Okay, well, we know the Infinity's still alive by October 2559. Because that's when we dispatched Blue Team to reach to Castle Base in the new book. So therefore, if you fast forward 167 days since then, for context and reference, you should be able to find when Infinite roughly takes place. But it implies when we lost. So does that mean everyone's defeated and Infinity's gone? Because that was the last bastion of humanity. Maybe Spirit of Fire turns up as the new hero ship.
So basically, are we missing time, or has it gone longer than we thought?
What do you mean?
Because did you say it was October when the Guardian things hit?
October 2558 is when it roughly happened. It's either October or November.
And when was the last date we have had for anything?
The last date, obviously, Halo Wars took place in 2559 in March, at the end of it. And was left for the Sol system, where Installation 04 was found in April 2nd. And then the new book, which is called Shadows of Reach, will take place in October 2559. That is the last date we have so far entered.
October 2559.
Yes.
Okay, and that they said May.
Yeah. They say May, did they?
Yeah, they said 28th of May or something.
And no one's uploaded the trailer yet, so I can't bloody view it. I was hoping they'd put the trailer up by now.
I'm pretty sure it said 28th of May, which means probably in October is when they lost. Whenever that book is gonna show.
Well, okay, so Shadows of Reach basically says that the Infinity dispatches Blue Team to the desolate remains of Reach to find Dr. Halsey's old lab underneath Castle Base, which if you've played Reach and obviously read the Fall of Reach books and randomly them, Halsey did have a lab there, and that's how she escaped. However, the book also states when Blue Team arrive there, they find a hostile and warmongering alien faction are also set up camp on Reach. Could that be the Banished? And who is this Harbinger that guy mentioned there? Also, is Aatrox dead? Because he almost implies he is from that. We'll do it in his name. Yes, his name doesn't imply he's dead, but
I think the Harbinger might be Cortana.
Could be.
What if the Harbinger's Didac? Because he was also trying to wipe out humanity as well, which they might have found some of his work on a ring or something, maybe. So.
Potentially. I mean, it's definitely up there for discussion. I mean, chat, what did you think of the trailer so far? Do let us know down below in the description, as we would definitely in the comments, as we would definitely be interested. As overall though, that trailer very impressive.
Yeah, I like the gameplay. I like the fact that it's going to be open world from what they're saying.
Yes, that also looks really impressive. I think, we're definitely going to enjoy this game. Let's say multiplayer reveal is coming soon. So we'll see how that goes. But I'm intrigued by the campaign. It's a good start, and it's definitely good. But as a player from 4 and 5 onwards, I have a lot of questions. This is going to appeal to new players as well. But I would be interested to know where the discussion of where the created is and where the Infinity is, and how we left off of Halo 5. Yes, it's a time jump, but there's a lot of questions still around it, which is a good thing in a way. We don't need all our answers in a trailer, because then it leaves you less hyped.
Yeah.
So, it's good to have questions as we go for the run-up towards the release, which is still Holiday 2020, which is pretty impressive. I thought they was going to delay it, but hey, Holiday 2020, so yeah. Leo, how many days till what is arguably Holiday 2020? So, say November 12th, for example.
I was gonna say December.
Well, holiday season's kind of cat as November, December.
We'll count as if it's August now. So
I think they'll leave it as December and then make it for the
Well,
Christmas
Halo
holidays.
does have a historic thing of launching in November, is why I say that. And typically in retail, they count holidays also partly November these days. So
okay, well, if it's to December, then 150. If it's to November, then minus 30, so 120 days,
oh, okay.
give or take.
All right, so I got a question for you all. What was your biggest disappointment in the trailer?
No mention of a created. I'm not a big fan of him as an enemy, but for context, I feel like it should have been mentioned, or Cortana at least. Obviously, we had to mention at the start there with the assembling of the armor, which also looked like it showed Halsey as well. You see like a younger version, which I don't know if that is her, but then you see the older version, you can tell by the skin, which someone just said in the chat the graphics is disappointing. I'd argue against that. I'd say the graphics look pretty interesting. Don't forget,
for a demo as well.
Yeah, this is also being streamed by Twitch and then
So it's
restreamed by me,
being compressed to hell.
so the quality may not be the best. Check out the trailer for yourself and go from there. It's kind of confusing. Yeah, I guess if you don't follow the lore to like we follow it, you might find it confusing. I think that could be a bit of an issue.
Even for me who follows the lore, like it is still a bit confusing as to who this new character is, why he's on this ring, why we are floating in space to begin with, which kind of alludes to Infinity being destroyed and Chief was on it. I have no... let's hope not.
It's a bloody 5-kilometer long starship.
Yeah.
Could have been evaporated for all we know with like Forerunner technology. Forerunner technology disintegrates things. We know that.
I mean, I'm to be honest, I wanted to know. I wanted assurance that the Infinity was still alive. Spitfire, that can die, fine. It's had its
Fuck
run.
you!
I still like. I like the Infinity, the Spitfire too, but I want the Infinity to survive. That thing's the beast.
So it's like my biggest disappointment is why does it play like Doom, where the tanks and shit? Well, I mean, we'll probably see them at a later date. Obviously, you got the Warthog there. I know it's not a tank, but it's there. So I expect we'll see Scorpions and Banished things, later on. This is only a demo and only a very small segment of this game. Notice what Chris Lee said, who's the head of studio for 343 Industries. He said this is going to be, bigger than our last 2 games combined.
The map for it.
Yeah, but I imagine that's also content-wise as well.
To be honest, with the
bigger
Xbox
map,
power,
more
they're going to
content.
go all out with this because they're trying to showcase the power of Xbox and the new processors and stuff like that. So they're definitely going to go all out with this, which is going to be nice to see. However, it does make me wonder how they're going to span out this whole story on this one ring where you have to travel it a lot. Is there a possibility we're going to get off the ring? Is this going to be like Halo Combat Evolved where we're on the ring the whole game? Hard to say.
Yeah, that is going to be an interesting one. Like, are they going to lock it, so you're on the ring, or are we actually going to see different areas? Because I'm fine with it being on the ring, but at the same time, it's like we've done rings quite a lot. I know it's obviously the whole gist of it.
See, I would be fine if we're on the ring entirely, if there was some new aspect to the ring that was discovered that we have to prevent or something. If they somehow up the
Well, that
lore
facility
story.
in the background, they've made a point of showing that thing in the background there.
They've showed it multiple times now.
No, it's only been shown in this art.
Yeah, that art, but also in the trailer.
Yeah, but now with the trailer, it's not been shown previously. I think you can see it in the background of the original one, which is still a tech demo. However, they make a point of showing that. Also, the Pelican there suggests like that could be our transport around the place. The pilot and the Pelican, almost like Chief's companion. The character doesn't really strike me as a friendly one so far, one I'm going to enjoy time with, but we'll see how it goes on.
Honestly, that character, he really intrigues me as to like what his purpose is there. Like, he's so far away from everything. Is he like also a person on the run who is like, oh crap, well Earth's taken over, I guess I better run? I don't know, and that's
This
why
is going to be an interesting story because they've really gone full circle now. When we started Halo CE, Halo 2 and 3, the UNSC was almost effed in terms of losing the war. 4 and 5, well, hey, we're the big guys now. I mean, Alaska literally says in the Halo 4 intro, we are the giants now when Infinity rolls by. Yep. It's kind of a whole premise, but the tables have flipped. However, in Halo Infinite, they've gone the other way and smashed the table. Now they've lost completely.
Which I like, because the problem I had with 4 and 5 was that, holy crap, we just had a power creep jump in like how many years? We somehow integrated Forerunner tech in how many years? 4 years? That is really quick, and I thought that felt a little off. And I was like, okay, there has to be a time where we can't be instantly big. There has to be something that is our Achilles heel, and this seems to be that they're doing that now. I wish they would have done that in 5, where with Cortana's story, she's like, oh, you and your Forerunner tech disables it all. And then that would have been interesting. But at least they're doing it now.
You think she would have been able to track Infinity, considering it uses majority of like Forerunner
Exactly.
systems with its engines
And
and all
Forerunner Tech
things.
has like how many like tracking devices on it, which go like subliminal
Well, the whole
speeds?
was it the Janus key from Halo 4 Spartan Ops basically showed you where the Forerunner Tech was. So it's like, well, is it going to be on Xbox One and S? I don't believe it'll be on Xbox One and S. I believe it's going to be on obviously Xbox One. No, sorry, Xbox. What the fuck's the new one called? X. What is the new
They're
one
just
called?
calling
again?
it Xbox actually.
Yeah,
It's
Xbox X.
No, it's
Just
Xbox Series X, isn't it?
Well, that's
Yeah.
the full name, but they're just calling it Xbox now from
Okay.
what
It's
they
going to be
revealed
on the new console and PC. I'm not sure if it's on the older ones just yet. I'll have to double check though. I got Jack
Also-
here. Spirit of Fire, second only to the Autumn in my books. Casa Forge and Red Team, absolutely bad. That's one we've got there. Red Team. Yeah, that's their pivotal point at this point. So are we going to see them?
Hopefully. Also, another thing you got to keep in mind with Infinity and all that tech, they worked on the Forerunner tech during the actual Covenant and UNSC war, because Halsey was also working on reverse engineering it.
Yeah, she actually implemented Infinity's engines,
Yeah.
which is why it can move. So yeah. But yeah, I think that was an interesting trailer so far. I'll be interested to watch it when they actually release it so we can, see it all again. But for a demo, that's pretty good. Can we play the demo? I want to play the demo. Give me the
Back
demo.
they said demo, I think they're going to have to release it as like an actual playable thing, which the weird thing is, if it's a demo, what are we going to play it on? Because
I
Xbox
doubt
ain't coming
they'll
out
do
for a long time. Because I think it might be a PC demo, or maybe they
So what's
actually
quite
might do it on
interesting, at the start there is we see this station, which is obviously like some sort of mining station, which is making the armor. Now Halsey is like, it looks like she's on board that in an older form. I'm just skipping through it because IGN have uploaded it. Yeah, so it appears like the armor's made. Now I'm not sure whether this is the older armor, the one he wears here, but the start implies it's the armor originally, and then towards the end of it, it implies it's just been reactivated because when it has 117 printed on it.
I'm wondering, because they're going with a lot of the old aesthetics on the armor, is it possible that because their technology has been like EMP'd and the Forerunner tech has taken
Yes.
over, they had to revert to older like processing methods with newer materials, and that's why the armor looks like the old style? That could be an explanation as to why
That is
it
one
looks
of them there. Also, the things are Halo Infinite Holiday 2020. Okay, so this will come to Xbox One as well. That's a good thing. And Xbox Game Pass. That's something to take into account. This is coming to Game Pass when it launches, meaning you won't need to buy it at the start there.
And here's the other interesting thing. Game Pass is also possibly coming to a lot of phones, which makes me confused as to how this is
Apparently
going to
they've
affect the sales of Xbox.
They've stepped back on that so far, apparently.
I
So
don't
I
think
heard-
we're playing Halo on the phone
I
anytime
heard
soon.
Samsung is still doing it, though.
some
Samsung
people are
still
saying yikes to the graphics so far. I'm seeing a few comments like that saying yikes to the graphics.
Gotta remember, guys, it's compressed like to hell with the.
However,
Twitch
if you
and
do
YouTube.
want to go and see it fully, the official Halo channel, I'll drop the link in chat in a minute, have uploaded the 4K version, and I can tell you from looking at 4K version, pretty impressive. So yeah.
I
seen
think
so many
they
blades
were
of grass.
I think some people are reacting to the close-up of whoever that new enemy was, and I think that's just a demo, because I also reacted to the fact that the guy didn't blink.
Yeah, they still got a lot of things to work on.
Yeah, it's still a way way from, and it's a demo, so this is probably something that's been finished for multiple months, and the new versions are not running on the same stuff.
And another thing we also have to remember is that this demo is probably really rushed. Like, they were pushing it until like the last moment. And the other thing is, because of all this COVID stuff, you can't really directly talk to your team as well as you would like if they were in the studio. So
Exactly.
things are going to be a little bit sketchier than they would have been before.
Yeah.
Apparently Halo Infinite just appeared on Steam.
What?
Huh? What? Steam?
Dom
Where
just
are
told me
you?
Halo Infinite came on Steam. I'm not sure if that's true, but
I'm checking.
Mm,
I'm
checking.
it's on Steam. It's on
Steam.
Steam.
It's on Steam?
Add to your wish list.
Oh my god.
Is it coming to PC?
Oh, there's exclusive screenshots there as well. Yeah, what do you mean is it coming to PC?
I want... Is it?
Yes.
Oh,
So
I didn't
we don't-
realize that.
So we don't have to go through Windows Store.
I don't have to buy a new Xbox.
Thank Lord Gabe.
There's some good screenshots there as well. 70 Games. Who's already... Unicracken has already added it. So of course he has.
Similar games.
Okay,
similar
so
to Game Halo.
here we go. This is the details there. The legendary Halo series returns to the most expansive Master Chief story yet, campaign. When all hope is lost and humanity's fate hangs in the balance, the Master Chief is ready to confront the most ruthless foe he's ever faced. Begin anew and step inside the arm of humanity's greatest hero to experience an epic adventure and finally explore the scale of the Halo ring itself. Multiplayer. Halo's celebrated multiplayer returns. More information coming later this year. Requires Xbox Live Gold on console membership sold separately. Forge, Halo's epic content creation tool, is back and more powerful than ever. More information coming later this year. Cross-generation gaming. Halo Infinite provides an amazing experience across the Xbox One and a newer family of consoles, as well as PC, with stunning graphics and world-class cross-platform play. And on Xbox Series X, as well as support PCs, enjoy enhanced features like up to 4K scale resolution and 60 FPS in campaign. Greatly reduced load times, creating seamless gameplay by ushering the next generation of gaming. 4K Ultra HD on Xbox One and Xbox Series only, compatible TV required. There you go. It's also on Steam. You can go add it to your wishlist now and keep up to date with it. Planned holiday release is 2020, to when we'll hopefully see Halo Infinite. Boys, I'm excited for that.
I am very, very excited.
I'm interested they confirmed that it's going on Xbox One series, so that does mean that they're going to have that thing where if you have it on the Xbox One, you can also get it on the Xbox Series X when you upgrade. They're probably doing that because of that little promotion.
Potentially, that could work. Obviously, it's also on Game Pass as well, so if you purchase a Game Pass, you don't have to worry because you got it there.
I like
right,
this a lot.
Let's look at these photos and
I'm just looking at the mix they've done with the armor. The shoulder plates are from the realistic Forward Unto Dawn series, from that armor. The feet are from the Halo 5 armor, and then most of the other stuff is just from the Halo 3 armor.
Can I just say that matte green, it's so green again.
God damn.
Look at that weathering on that bicep. Look at those biceps. Those biceps are thicker than my legs.
Jesus.
So
those forearms are the size of my head.
I think the graphics looks fine to us. I'm just watching on stream now, and it's still pretty impressive.
Looking really closely at the graphics, you can see a lot of fidelity. Like, you see the weaving in the guy's shirt. You can see his hair. The hair is very actually like detailed. You can see the weaving in it. Even
so on
his
stream
beard,
right now, that looks like a crashed Unity frigate of some sorts, because you'll see an upturned Pelican / Condor, because he mentions Condors as well. Now, Condors are the super unit you got in Halo Wars 2.
Yeah.
The ring looks really impressive, though.
The one thing I can give people about the graphics, it seems like some of the anti-aliasing... No, that's in. Sorry, I meant the. It's not the shadows. It's something else. But you can see it clearly on the assault rifle on the second picture. It doesn't have enough shadows on it.
It does feel like there's not enough reflections on it. They might have chromatic abrasions later on.
Yeah, I think
it does feel like very matte finish.
It's something with the light. I think they haven't added that for the demo, and I'm pretty sure they'll add it, because otherwise, if you check that second picture.
There's also no bloom on the HUD, which usually they like to add in. So I think they've just added the base models right now, and they'll add the fancy details later on in later release videos.
Yeah, because lighting takes a lot on the
Here's the other thing about the assault rifle. Is it just weird that we're going back to like a lot of the reach aspects? Because it kind of feels like
so cool.
It does look cool, but it's just weird that we're going straight back to the reach aspect. Also, did the reach have that reload lever there? I can't remember. I think it was.
Yeah, they did. They did.
Oh, okay. So just a heads up. So I've just picked up a scene. I'm watching on stream at a minute. So apologies if you can't hear me. It looks like when we read this here, it shows. So we see the Pelican when Chief stood inside. It's almost like a map in a way, almost as if the Pelican's going to be our transport facility. Because we see here there's tons of places. Now the infinity symbol is above nearly everything. However, there's multiple other symbols as well. ONI symbol is there. The UNSC crest is there. Also an ODST symbol is there, which I believe is, I don't know whether it's Alpha 9 symbol or the general ODST one.
It might be Alpha 9.
I think it looks like the ODST one. However, there's tons of other symbols.
Gen?
If you look at the stream now, on my one, you can see I've just picked, like, Frozen is still here. However, it shows most of them as deceased as soon as it goes to the next one.
I think it shows all of them as deceased.
Deceased, yeah. All of those contacts are deceased.
It is weird to have a lot of them say Infinity. I wonder why they all say Infinity like that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, because that's Infinity's logo. The Infinity had that one as its block logo.
Mm-hmm.
Crew
but
members.
They're all Infinity, which is weird.
It might be crew members.
Is it Infinity trying to mask its signature and it's like creating false negatives, maybe?
I think I saw serial numbers under some of them.
Yeah,
to be honest,
if I pick this in Premiere Pro, I could probably like take it out and upscale it. I mean, I'll probably just wait for the Halo experts to do it themselves, to be honest, but...
I'm kind of afraid that that scene is showcasing survivors from whatever happened to the Infinity and that they've all died after a while, and he's the only survivor because we know he's been in the Pelican for a while.
So Luke, aka Hidden Experience, is one of the best Halo G's out there. Just went, I am fucking lost for words. That was fucking beautiful. I am lost for words. Halo Infinite, I love you. I have no words.
You know when he kneels in front of something?
Yes, he's kneeling in front of wreckage.
Yeah, there's a hull repair kit on the left.
Is that?
And there's some writing next to it that I can barely make out.
I've got this upscaled on my main mouse at a second.
77, I think I can see.
Oh, yeah, I see what you mean. Then there's a Unity crate there, what looks like a wheel as well. He's stood in front of like what looks like ships or something. Or at least a ship.
Yeah, it's a ship. The question is, I want to see what that writing next to the hull repair kit is saying, because...
There is also a mark on the hull as well that says 0047 or something.
Yeah, I think that's the one I'm looking at the moment.
Someone said they may be Infinity personnel that have been hunted down by the Banished. That is a good theory to have, because Infinity does represent humanity's last bastion in a way, and that was the way it was designed. So I feel like we're doing some Halo videos soon, Venom.
I'm looking at the... Oh, yeah, definitely. I'm looking at the armor of the Banished right now on the Steam page, and that looks very like... It looks like a samurai armor set, to be honest. It looks like they were taken from a samurai culture a bit.
And then we get the image of a ring being destroyed as well. Almost as if it was deliberately, like someone broke it so it would stop firing.
Mm-hmm.
Because we've known if they break, they don't fire anymore, because they need the whole thing, don't they? What,
Yeah, they need the complete circuitry.
I can only have this video at 1080p, but aren't those different rank insignias on the...
Yes, that's what I'm saying. They've all got different symbols, suggesting it's different people, or different
yeah,
groups
and,
at least.
And different ranks, different coordinates I can see here as well. And also, yeah, because you said the Oni and the ODS things, but on the right, I think you can see their ranks.
Yeah, there's a commander rank there at least.
Yeah, and there's an ensign up there.
Or are those not ships, but maybe bodies that they're flying through?
Like someone said,
exactly.
personnel in a way.
It might be survivors that then have died.
There's a big one there that looks like the captain's rank. Well, actually, like, more looks like commander, actually.
Hold up, I need to check if all of them went deceased or not.
All of them did. There's probably some behind the camera we can't see.
Fuck. I mean, to be fair, they might be not showing off some stuff.
If this is an open world, I mean, we've got to be careful because as we know, Halo advertising can change. So I think of a picture so it's like.
So we need to be a bit careful with this.
Game releases. What do you mean open world? When did we ever advertise that?
Yeah.
Well.
It just shows deceased. Is that it? Huh.
Actually, I'm looking at more of the gameplay, and I noticed when Chief threw the shield, it shows something on his butt. So it does look like there's some things that we can carry. It doesn't look like a weapon.
All the things for you to be looking at.
Gotta look at that ass.
Bastard.
That is Earth's ass. Captain America is America's ass. Master Chief is Earth's ass.
Let's see if I can catch anything in these.
Someone's like, gameplay is fantastic. I feel iffy about visuals. Dropships and certain elements look like plastic, like little Yeah, that's one thing I noticed so far is the dropships look like they've not got enough polys loaded on them currently. Again, this could just be to it being a demo. So therefore, I'd say let's wait to the final version. The gunship, or at least the Phantom, does look a bit like a bit low poly currently. But most likely these textures are just, you know.
I think they put everything on Chief's armor because that's the thing that everyone's mainly focusing on, and then they had to hold back on maybe other things that needed maybe better modeling. They'll probably do better later.
Again, demo, so they probably didn't pour too much into it. Plus, this is, again, probably a year-old demo or something like that.
Hang on. So hang on. Do you want me to... So Chris Lee, who's the studio head, just released this. I'll skim read the first part. Today, I'm thrilled to share the world premiere of Halo Infinite campaign gameplay with fans around the world. The demo is a culmination of years of work, a culmination of humanity, from hundreds of passionate developers across the free-for-free industries. I want to thank every one of them. Last spoke back in 2019. Game development's never easy. It's always been a challenging balance of ambition, passion, and creativity. This year has brought challenges like anything we've experienced before in our professional and personal lives. I'm incredibly proud of this team, what we've been able to accomplish together. Thank you. Enter The Banished. Our campaign demo takes place several hours into the story of Halo Infinite. There we go, that clears that part up. Joining the Master Chief and the pilot as the Pelican comes under fire from enemy anti-air encampment. While the discovery of Master Chief floating in space initially brought hope, the situation has gone from bad to worse as they find themselves being pursued by the Banished. We introduce a new brute war chief. He's called Esharam. might want to get a clarification on my name, who has led the Banished to victory over Unity forces and taken control of the Halo ring. For context that I just want to add in as my own personal opinion, we did know, thanks to Halo 4 and 5, that the Infinity went out and secured all of the remaining Halo installations, hence why they found the composer for Halo 4. This is stated during Halo 4's campaign, so I imagine there were some local forces on this ring, which most likely the Banished came along and kicked the shit out of. Do you two understand that?
Yeah.
Yeah, anyway. Who's taking control of the Halo ring. While Chief is no stranger to battling against brutes, this is his first time facing a Banished, and his most formidable opponent yet, apart from the EMP-defying Guardians, apparently. Our narrative team is crafting a story that has been entertaining and exciting for all players, so don't worry if you're new to the Halo universe or have no idea who the Banished are. From the beginning, our vision of the Halo Infinite's spiritual reboot was to create a story and experience that's inviting to new players and welcomes them to fall in love with Halo the same way many of us did years ago, without any prior knowledge required. Meanwhile, long-time fans will be able to pick up the continuation of the events of Halo 5 Guardians and be rewarded with new mysteries to unravel. This carefully crafted narrative will be a great way for new players and fans to experience Master Chief's story. There you go, there's some story about the ring there. The new equipment along with various new weapons opens up more freedom and flexibility for players to showcase their own playstyles. And yes, these new additions to the sandbox will also carry over to multiplayer.
Sandbox!
However, they'll function a bit differently as equipment tends to be picked up on the map. We look forward to talking more about multiplayer soon.
Sandbox, he said sandbox.
Last year, we got to share some of the incredible musical score being created by our composer, Curtis Schweitzer. With today's campaign demo, we're excited to introduce our second composer, Gareth Coker. We're huge fans of Gareth, who's most recently done work on the Ori soundtracks. There you go.
Oh, that's beautiful.
As Jen Taylor, whose name I forgot earlier. Okay. Now entering Split Space, Halo is made on the Split Space engine. This will come to PC. So I'm very excited that Halo Infinite will be available on Windows 10, Xbox Game Pass, PC, Beta, and Steam, in addition to the Xbox Series X and Xbox One family devices. Halo Infinite offers a best-in-class experience optimized for the PC platform. We'll be sharing more specifics as we get closer to launch, so stay tuned on info and more specs, special PC features, and more. When we first revealed Halo Infinite back in 2018, I spoke of our ambitions to kick off an early flighting program to bring the community along our development journey of a Halo Insider program. With Halo Infinite, we're also committed to building the game in partnership with the community, but given the unprecedented challenges this year, we're not quite ready where we expect it to be in terms of public flighting. I'll link this in the chat, by the way, in a minute, chat, as I apologize for my butchered reading. The flighting is coming soon, just not yet. Thank you for reading this. There we go. Yeah, it'll come at a later date. Chat, if you want to read that for yourself, the link is there. I'll post it in Discord as well, so you can get it if you can't click on the stream chat. But yes, that is Halo Infinite. Gentlemen, one word to sum it up from starting with you, Mr. Venom. One word to sum up Halo Infinite.
Exciting.
And Mr. Kraz.
Amazing.
Oh boy, it's going to be fun.
But
epic
I have
for
worries.
me. Say again?
But I have worries.
Yeah, I have worries as well. Like I say, I hope like Halo 5 story isn't totally retconned, but I feel like we could discuss this in a bigger video as well. Everyone, thank you for watching the stream. Unfortunately, I have to jet off now as I've got another commitment this evening and covering another part of Comic-Con at home, which starts in about 20 minutes, and I need to go prep my other team for that one. But thank you for tuning into the stream. Don't worry, we'll be discussing Halo Infinite very soon, so keep an eye out for that. For now, I've been Captain Jack, joined by Mr. Kraz and Mr. Venom. Gentlemen, thank you for joining me today. Are you excited for Halo Infinite coming later this year?
Hell yeah, and thank you for letting us join you.
No worries. I'm sure we'll be back talking about it very soon. I already have a video in my head. Where the fuck is the Infinity? Thanks for watching.
Can we fly a Pelican?
That too. If you want to continue the discussion, head over to Discord. The link is in the stream description or discord.gg/CaptainJack. Come join us. I'm sure Venom, Kraz, and many others will be discussing Halo in our game talk. We look forward to seeing you there. Thank you very much, and good night.